Hey, coaches, marketing journey, fellow journeyers. Hope you're doing well. I'm new to the community today, or the upgraded BBB community, and I just wanted to follow up on Francis's invitation to share a bit more about my stickiness around the limits compass exercise. But before that, I'm just going to share, and I hope I'm not oversharing, but I'm going to share a little bit about my values origami, and I'm also just practicing new experiments live with you. Hope you don't mind. I've got another camera up here, which Ellie is the Nexigo N350 autofocus webcam. So bear with me. Just having a little bit of play with angles in the moment. But here is my wonderful values origami, and what that includes. Hopefully you can see that. So my four attributing factors are challenge, practice, impact, and worth. Oh, dropped it. And worth. So practice, impact, worth, and challenge are my attributable values. And what's in the middle there, hope you can see a little bit of that, is good test for the webcam, is generosity, creativity, vulnerability, and forgiveness, and humility, intentionality, curiosity, and empathy. And it is really fun because as I picked out a couple of random sets of cards, so I've now got my 1 to 4 in a little made up set of cards and a 1 to 8 in a made up set of cards. And every day I'm going to pick at random one from each pile, such as 1 and 2, which basically means I'll be looking at impact and empathy. How do I practice being impactful with empathy tomorrow? Would be that one. Anyway, going on a bit much now. So back to the other camera, trying to be all studio-like. The thing I'm struggling with a little bit on this limits compass exercise is I feel really, really clear on the strengths part. So for example, from a practical point of view, I'm really helpful as an action completer, very strong with generative listening, strategy development, and execution. So all of that like practical stuff, I'm really strong. Emotional, connect deeply and quickly with humans, role model vulnerability, really good at building relationships. In terms of time, I tend to get a lot done in a short amount of time. I'm lucky not to have huge pressure. I handle the pressure. I tend to look at it more as energy rather than time constraints. And also, I believe, and I tend to model being an expert, holding space for others who want to explore in terms of that time-energy dynamic. And in terms of interests, big into systemic equality, unlocking latent human potential, and also community building. So there's some of the areas where I feel I'm really strong. When I then look at the limits, of course, I've got limits, but I struggle to name them. And I think maybe that's a little bit, there's two areas. I've been doing something around positive intelligence. I don't know if you've come across Shirzad Armi's work around PQ, but it's really, really good. There's a free 7-week course I've been on recently. So being the master saboteur is the judge. And my other two most common accomplice saboteurs are impulsive, or the restless, and the controller. So I'm looking at all of these and going, how does my impulsiveness or my desire to control, which surprises me, but it is true, and that's the dog, when they pop up for me, where might they not be showing up as clearly for me in this exercise? So being emotional, for example, am I impulsive? Do I hold the space enough for those for long enough when they really need their space held, for example, if that makes sense? Winnie is really bouncing the ball around now, my crazy cockapoo. Gotta love her. So that's my question really, is my impulsiveness and my sometimes controller facet and even my judgment facet, where do they pop up as a limit? Where might they be a boundary that I don't want to step over? Don't know. Still sitting in it. Any thoughts you might have, reflections, challenges are welcome and invited. Maybe other areas to explore. I'd be really grateful. So I hope it didn't go on too long. And thanks for the challenge and invitation, Francis. And I look forward to seeing some videos from all of you in the community soon. Cheers.